Hello everyone, I want to thank you so much for coming back to my channel today. If today is your first time, I do want to welcome you. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make this amazing, delicious, authentic bean stew recipe. If you are interested, please stay tuned and I'll take it step by step. I just want to tell you that if you hear your neighbor banging on your door, it's because the aroma of this stew invited them over. So make sure you give this recipe a try and tell me all about it. I would love to know your cooking experiences. Until next time, may God richly bless you. Please stay tuned as we get started. So to start off with the delicious bean stew recipe, the first thing you need to do is to go ahead and cook your beans. Here I have 1 pound of beans and I flavored it with a teaspoon of salt and I have it completely cooked and it's tender, okay? So this is it. So the protein I'm going to be needing to make the stew, I'm using smoked turkey. That has been prepped. Here I have sliced my fresh onions. I have diced my fresh tomatoes. So for the starter sauce, I'm going to list everything in the description box so you know the ingredient which I used, okay? Over here, I have about 7 tablespoons of crushed tomatoes. Right here, I have my seasoning stock. Here, I have my ground turmeric and my curry powder. This is a teaspoon of salt, and here I'm using my shrimp powder. We'll be using this saucepan for this recipe. If you are interested, please keep watching. Once again, I want to thank you so much for coming by. May God richly bless you. Let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my oil. So to make bean stew, you can either use vegetable oil or palm nut oil. I already have a video which I use palm oil for that recipe. Today I'm using vegetable oil, okay? I have my stove on medium heat. So to flavor the bean stew with the smoked turkey, the first thing I want to do is to go ahead and fry that first. So let's do that. Smoked turkey is very salty, so it's not necessary to add any additional salt before frying it. So give it a nice stir and allow it to cook for about 10 minutes and then we'll come back and remove it from the stove. Please keep watching. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and scoop our fried turkey out. It has fried to my preference, and then move on with the additional ingredients. So now I'm going to add my fresh sliced onions. I'm going to leave it to cook until it's translucent, which will be about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and add the additional ingredients. As you can see, our onions has cooked very beautifully and it's translucent. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my fresh blended ingredients. What we want to do now is to have it cook and simmer down. So give it a nice stir. At the same time, I'll be adding my crushed tomatoes. These ingredients contain water, so you just want to cook them together and have them simmer down, okay? So just go ahead and give them a nice gentle stir and then have them cook. Give it about 15 to 20 minutes and then we'll come back and check up on them. So our tomato sauce has been cooking for about 15 minutes. What I'll be adding now will be my fresh tomatoes. Just give it a nice stir. At the same time also, I'm going to add my seasoning salt. My seasoning stock, I mean. The curry powder and the turmeric powder. And then I will add my shrimp powder as well. So one secret to making a delicious stew is that you want to try to use a lot of fresh ingredients, okay? Also the shrimp powder gives it a very nice flavor, and the seasoning stocks as well. So this is a secret in making a very delicious stew. So I'm going to allow this sauce to continue to cook. I'll come and check back on it in the next 10 minutes. Please keep watching as I do that. So as you can see, our tomato sauce have simmered down very nicely and beautifully. Whenever you see that oil has begun to surface on top of the stew, then it means that it's cooking very well, okay? So now I'm going to be adding my smoked turkey and have it cook with the tomato stew for about a good 10 minutes, and then I can finally come and add in my cooked beans. So now let's just have it cook for about 10 minutes, okay? We'll come back and add the additional ingredients. So at this point we want to add our cooked beans to the stew. Now you can give it a very nice stir, okay? Also at this point you can add your salt. I did cook the beans with salt, so I'll just add a little bit just to flavor it. I can tell you that this stew will be so delicious. So add a little bit of the salt and then give it a gentle stir. As you can see, the stew retains a bit of water in here right now, okay? So I'm just going to cover it up and have it cook for about an additional 15 minutes for all the water to simmer down, and it will be ready. So occasionally you want to stir your stew to prevent it from burning from the bottom, and also you would like to decrease your stove to a lower heat so it doesn't burn, okay? And let it continue to cook, and then once it's ready you come back and check up on it. Hello everyone, I want to thank you so much for coming by and learning how to make this delicious authentic bean stew recipe. As you saw, the making was very simple. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you're a new subscriber, I want to thank you so much for coming by and subscribing to my channel. Please do not forget to click on your notification button so that when I upload new videos, you'll be able to get access to it. And also, please do not forget to share and subscribe. And also, if you loved what you saw, do not forget to like, okay? Now this bean stew is ready to go. I'm going to show you how I'm eating this amazing recipe. Over here, as you can see, I have served the bean stew with my delicious plain boiled rice with my fried ripe plantain, and this is how I'm going to enjoy this dinner. Once again, thank you so much for coming by. Until next time, bye for now.